Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel At Home with Chelle. So in today's video I'll be sharing with you 7 healthy meal ideas. If you watched my recent grocery haul, then this is how I make the dinners that I actually mentioned during that haul. Let's get into the video. So I've just got in from shopping tonight, so we needed a really quick and easy dinner. So we're having chicken fried rice. The first thing that you want to do is chop and fry a couple of chicken breasts in a couple of sprays of Fry Light. Whilst the chicken's cooking, you want to get your veg ready, so you'll need a packet of baby corn, which I've just halved, 1 red pepper finely diced, 4 spring onions finely diced, 1 red chilli and 1 carrot kind of cut into matchsticks. You then want to add in 2 crushed garlic cloves and a teaspoon of ginger. I just use this kind of paste that I've got in the fridge, or you can use fresh ginger if you prefer. Once you've mixed in your garlic and ginger, you then want to pour in the rest of your vegetables and mix it all in, giving it a good stir frequently. Whilst that's cooking away, you just want to get your sauce ready quick. So all you'll need for this is 2 teaspoons of sesame oil and 2 teaspoons of soy sauce, and you just want to give that a quick mix together. Your veg and chicken should almost be cooked now, so what you want to do is get a bag of pre-cooked rice. I'm just using one that I got from Aldi, and then put that directly into the pan. You don't need to cook it or heat it up or anything before, and just kind of start to break it up as you put it into the pan. Give it all a good mix together, and I normally add in about 2 tablespoons of water just to kind of loosen the rice slightly. After around 5 minutes, the rice should be heated through. Then you want to add in your sauce, give it a good mix up, and then it's ready to serve. So here we have it, chicken fried rice, and you can see just how scrumptious it looks. So we've just finished dinner and I've put Arabella to bed, and then I'm going to make the lunch for tomorrow. So tomorrow's lunch is going to be a chicken Caesar salad. First thing you want to do is get your chicken and put it in a bag, or put it in between some cellophane so you can kind of bash it down. I prefer putting it in a bag just because then it kind of doesn't go anywhere. Once you've bashed the chicken, you then want to get a frying or griddle pan out, spray it with a few sprays of Fry Light, put a bit of salt and pepper on the chicken, and then fry the chicken for around 2 to 3 minutes on each side until it's completely cooked through. Meanwhile, prepare your salad by tearing a few leaves off a romaine lettuce, then halve around 6 cherry tomatoes. Just finished making the salad, the chicken's now cooked, so take that off the heat and leave it to cool down whilst you make the dressing. To make the dressing, you'll need to finely chop a couple of anchovy fillets, and then you want to put these into a pestle and mortar with 1 garlic clove and kind of pound them into a paste. You then want to add in 2 tablespoons of light mayonnaise, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, around 15 grams of Parmesan cheese which you finely grated, and around 2.5 tablespoons of cold water, and then you want to stir that really well to make it into a pourable dressing. Once the chicken's cooled down, put it in the sandwich box with all the salad, and there you have it ready for tomorrow. And then I've got my little pot of the Caesar salad dressing as well. You can also put a toasted ciabatta in with this if you like. The recipe does call for that, but because I'm not having any carbs, I'm going to miss that out and just have the chicken in the salad. Just got in from work, and tonight we're going to have the melt in the middle fish cakes. You can use either fresh or frozen fish for this. You can use smoked, whatever fish you've got really. So I've got these cod fillets that I got from Tesco. These are frozen ones. I was meant to get them out this morning to defrost them, but I completely forgot. So I'm just going to put them in the microwave in a bowl just with a small bit of water and cover them, and then they'll be ready to make the fish cakes with. So the first thing you'll need is around 500 grams of potatoes. You just need to peel these, chop these, put them in some boiling water and boil these for around 20 minutes until they're nice and soft. Then strain, and then they're ready to make the fish cakes with. Whilst the potatoes are cooking and the fish is on, I've just quickly done some chives. So just a handful of chives which I've just chopped, and then I've just grated 4 baby bells. So I use the light baby bells because they're only around 42 calories per cheese, but you can use the normal ones. Just remember to add in the extra calories. And then I've also mixed in this bowl some spreadable cheese. You can use whatever spreadable cheese you want. I just had some of this Dairy in the fridge, so I've just used it. So I'm just going to put the baby bell into the spreadable cheese and then mix it all together. Once the potatoes are cooked and strained, then you'll just need to mash them and add 1 egg in and mash that in. Then you want to start adding your fish, just kind of flake it in gradually. Then add in your chopped chives, give it a good mix together, season with salt and pepper if you want. Remember the fish is quite salty anyway, so you might just want to add pepper. At this stage you want to actually start to assemble your fish cake, so you want to split the potato mixture into 4, and then with damp hands pick up one of the quarters, shape it into a ball, flatten it out slightly, and then press the centre so you make a kind of a little well, and then add in a quarter of the baby bell cheese and the cheese spread into the centre, and then carefully put some potato back on top. It can be a little fiddly, so just take your time with this part. Add each fish cake carefully to the frying pan as you make them, and then you want to fry them for around 5 minutes on each side. Once you've cooked them for around 5 minutes on each side, you then want to try and transfer them to a baking tray. Again, try and do this carefully because they do kind of tend to break a little. My first one certainly did. And then once they're on the baking tray, you want to cook them in the oven for around 10 to 15 minutes on gas mark 160. Whilst these were cooking, I just made a simple salad to serve these with. So I just made a quick dressing, which is basically some olive oil, balsamic vinegar, salt and pepper, whisk it up, and then you put in some tomatoes, cucumber, and I've used rocket, but you can use any salad that you want. And then just before you take it to the table, you dress it. After about 15 minutes, your fish cakes should be cooked and the middle should be nice and oozy, and then they're ready to serve with your salad. Tomorrow for lunch we're going to have a root vegetable rosti, so it's kind of like a hash brown rosti type thing, but it's a lot more healthier because it's just made with vegetables as opposed to just potatoes. So first of all you want to get all your ingredients ready. If any of you have watched my grocery haul already, then you'll have seen that I got this root vegetable selection pack from Aldi, which was fantastic because it had most of the things in that I needed to make this. So in here I got onions, swede, carrot, parsnip, and then I just needed sweet potato, so I bought a sweet potato as well. So for this recipe I don't need the onion, I just need 1 swede, 1 carrot, 1 parsnip, 1 sweet potato, and then all you basically want to do is get yourself a bowl like this and put either a tea towel or muslin or something in it. I'm just using one of Arabella's old muslins, obviously it's clean. Line it with that and then grate all your vegetables into it and then squeeze all the water out. This is a super easy lunch to make. Once you've got rid of all the excess liquid, then you want to pour the grated vegetables back into the bowl, and you want to add 1 teaspoon of onion granules, 1 teaspoon of garlic granules, crack in 2 large eggs, and then you want to add some corn flour, about a teaspoon of corn flour or flour, then give it all a good mix up with your hands. Now ready to start assembling the rosters. So what you want to do first is spray a baking tray with some fry light, and then get yourself a crumpet ring, or here I've just used a cookie cutter, and what you want to do is put 2 heaped tablespoons of the vegetables into the ring, kind of press it down so it's quite firm and then it kind of holds its shape, and then basically repeat that process until you've got all your rosters. Spray with some fry light and then place it in the oven on around 160 for 40 minutes, turning halfway through. These are really delicious with a poached egg served on top. It's Wednesday tonight, I've just got home from work and we're going to make the spinach and ricotta cannelloni. I've been looking for cannelloni everywhere. They didn't sell it in Aldi, which I wasn't surprised at. Tried to find it in Tesco, didn't have it in there. Went to Asda, didn't have it in there. So in the end, I've bought these fresh lasagna sheets. I'm basically going to make it with these. So put the spinach and ricotta filling into these and then roll them up. So I suppose it's one bonus as well because it should hopefully cook a lot quicker. Place around 300 grams of spinach into a frying pan, season with salt and pepper, and then fry on a really low heat to wilt it down for around 3 minutes. To make your filling, you'll need a bowl and 180 grams of ricotta, 15 grams of parmesan, and then once the spinach is wilted and cooled down, you want to pour that in and mix it all together. You then want to pour around half a carton of the passata into the lasagna dish. Season it with salt and pepper and then add in half a teaspoon of garlic granules and half a teaspoon of oregano. Begin by cutting each lasagna sheet in half, and then you want to begin filling it by putting around a tablespoon of the ricotta mixture into each half lasagna sheet, and then you can simply start to roll it up and then place it into the lasagna dish. Repeat this process until you've filled all of the dish. Once the dish is full, pour over the remaining passata, and then you want to start to gradually add on a ball of reduced fat mozzarella and around 20 grams of reduced fat cheddar. Just simply grate that over, and then I normally like to finish it off with a sprinkle of smoked sweet paprika too. Bake it in the oven for around 20 minutes at 180 degrees. Here we have the finished article. I actually can't wait to eat this. It looks really bad, but yeah, there's hardly any calories in it. I can't wait to eat it. So Nick's making lunch for tomorrow and we're going to have a smoky bacon frittata. This is honestly one of my favourite lunches. So you want to start by frying off around 200 grams of mushrooms, and then I normally put 2 rashers of bacon in. Here I'm just using bacon medallions because it's much healthier. Fry that for around 5 minutes and then add in a clove of garlic. Tip the bacon and mushrooms into a bowl and then pour over 4 whisked eggs. Lastly, sprinkle over 40 grams of cubed cheddar cheese. Then you want to bake in the oven at 200 degrees for around 10 minutes. Loosen it from the tin and then cut it into quarters, and then have this the next day for lunch. I normally have it just served with some simple rocket. Tonight we've got a really easy kind of throw it all in one dish kind of meal. So it's a Spanish style chicken bake, and it's amazing because all you need is a roasting dish and you basically put all of your ingredients in the dish. No washing up, really easy, no need to bother with anything. It's definitely one of my favourite dinners. So I'll show you what you need to do. So like I said, this dinner is super easy to make. So first thing I did is heat the oven to 200 degrees, and then I've cut in half 500 grams of new potatoes. I've quartered 8 tomatoes, put in 8 garlics unpeeled. You don't need to bother peeling them or anything. Also chopped 1 red onion into kind of wedge shapes. Put it all in here, a bit of oil on top, salt and pepper, and then I'm going to put that in the oven for 20 minutes whilst I prepare the chorizo. Whilst the potatoes are cooking, you want to use half a chorizo ring, half it and then quarter it. Make sure you remove the skin. You also want to finely dice a red pepper. Then you want to get your chicken thigh fillets and basically score them with a knife. Put salt and pepper on, and then you can add the chorizo to the potato dish after it's cooked for around 15 minutes. Sprinkle that over. Place the chicken thigh fillets on top of the chorizo and the potatoes, and then you just want to sprinkle over some oregano and some paprika, then put that in the oven again for around another 20 minutes. After the 20 minutes, take the chicken out of the pan, and then you want to kind of tip it up slightly to get to some of the juices, and then you just want to use a tablespoon to kind of pour some of the juices back over the chicken. Sprinkle over the red pepper, and then it goes back in the oven for another 20 minutes. Seriously, how yummy does this look? And it's super healthy too.